All right. Good night, everyone. Sorry I'm late tonight, but I'm here. All right. How you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing wonderful. All right, guys. So tonight topic is why are we not being prepared? Why other people stacking up for years? That's the topic of tonight. Tonight is an open panel. I will drop the link that maybe we could have an open discussion and we just stick to the topic. Oh yeah, Fifi Jordy, how you doing? Yes, sis. The internet was acting up for some reason or the other, but it's going good, so I'm gonna make use of it. Yes. So how you guys doing tonight? How you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys doing wonderful. Hey boy, Blue, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Good night. Yeah. I almost thought I wasn't going on able to made it tonight, but it come true. So blessing, peace and blessing. Yes. So what's going on now is time is as we see, man, as we see. It's no guessing anymore. There's no guessing anymore. We all come to a realization where something is going on and change is about to happen because technology has straight past and technology has changed the world. Hey, life from scratch, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, technology has transformed everything and changed it up. So because of that, things strange. But something I want to see, which the topic explain it all. Why? Why are we not preparing? But other people was preparing in every angle you could think about. They get the kids prepared. They get the kids ready for battle. They get the kids ready for all these things. And we just procrastinating, sleeping, dozing away, just waiting for the bubble to bust open. Then we start scrambling. So I want to know why. Why are we waiting for things to happen before we start preparing? There's a lot of people on YouTube that talks about prepping and doing this and doing that. But when we look at what's really going on, to me, it's like when things happen, we scramble everywhere. And looking for this, looking for that, looking for this, looking for that, looking for food, looking for water, looking for all that. And some people relaxing. Some people relaxing because they already prep themselves for months. Because they already know things will never always be the same. So you got to be prepared for changes. When things change, you got to be prepared. You got to get yourself prepared for months, a few months. So in case anything go down, you and your family could survive, could stay in your home, survive without worrying. But somehow or the other, every other person get their family prepared, their children prepared. Only we sit back and procrastinate, fight on each other instead of we get together saying the time that's approaching, you're going to need people as much as you believe you might need. Oh, I don't need nobody. Well, you cannot do it on your own. You see what I'm saying? So instead of we fight down people and fight against each other, get ourselves focused and not being so distracted on all the little games and stuff that shows around to take you from reality. The reality is time change. It already changed. If you want to be sleeping and you see time change, then I don't know what to say. Then you could continue sleep. But for what a lot of us seeing, we got to get ourselves together. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. What's going on? We have to stay ready. Yes, there's no way that you see what's going on today and you not being ready. We already, you see, this is a problem. This is the thing. We love procrastinate. We like fight against each other. That's the energy. That's where we put our energy. Fighting on each other, procrastinate, while other people stacking up with everything. People stacking up with their food, their ammunition, their everything they're stacking up with. You understand? Because they know one day something gonna be approaching, and it's here. The next thing I want to say again, machine is replacing mankind when command drops. I keep saying this, and I'm sure you guys seeing it and hearing it as well. Machine is taking over the workload. You see what I'm saying? My thing is, if you don't have a skill today, as a young person or an older person, doesn't matter. The skill you want to look into today is these hands. There's things the machine cannot do. There's things the machine cannot do, but your hands can do it. You see what I'm saying? There's things the machine cannot do, but your hands could do it. Do your research. Think about these skills. But this is going back. It might sound like, oh, please, we're not going back in them days. You'll be surprised you end up right back in Stone Age. Why I'm saying that is, we remember that growing up, how barter system works, right? We remember how barter system works. Someone needs some sugar, they come over by you. Mommy say, can you give us some sugar? You give them. You might need a favor. You might need somebody for cut your yard. Just exchange. It wasn't actually funds. It was barter exchange. So we keep exchanging. And this is how it used to be in them time. So you got to get back in them places where you got to hold valuables, paper money soon ain't value anything, right? You could end up in situation where you have money and it ain't valuable. You see? You could end up in a situation where you have some seeds and somebody look at that as, man, that's valuable, because guess what? They could use that seed and start growing You see what I'm saying? So its seed comes valuable. That's why I keep telling you guys, save seed, save valuables, learn skill that if order for survive, you got to be skillful. You got to be able to do barter where people want, okay, you want this? Okay, then you do this for me. So a skill is important. Valuables is important. Seeds is important. When people tell all of those save seed, I don't know why people want to ever even mention those save seed. To me, that's a distraction. You see what I'm saying? Why would you save seed? Don't you know if you lose everything, everybody lose everything, and you have seeds, you the only person have seeds. You know, people will be rushing to you. Guess why? Because it's food. Seeds is food. So that's a good thing. That's a valuable people should hold on to. That's values. That's valuable. Like gold, silver, all these things. If you have, you should hold on to because they valuable. They become more valuable than the paper dollar. And soon the paper dollar ain't gonna value anything because technology changing and technology is digital. So now I open an account and all you gotta do, digital, type stuff and money end up, you see? So paper ain't gonna value anything pretty soon. So look into that as well. But the valuable things, look into them. Listen, you got to start looking to things for yourself, okay? Meaning, you got to start putting that activation. You got to activate that thing inside you, survival mode. Because guess what? You're born with it. If you didn't born into a society where people tells you what to do, I guarantee you, you are still able to survive growing up. You see, like how the chicken, they take care of the young ones, the goat, they take care of the young ones, and then guess what? At a certain time, you're on your own. You see? So the survival skill is within us. We just didn't activate it because we've been so, everything been, but time is changing. So get to realize that you need to start figuring out how you want to survive. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, go and buy this, go and buy that, go and buy this. I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to tell you, learn some skills. Save some seeds if you can. Save valuable things that you would always exchange. Okay? Skills is valuable. Somebody is a carpenter. Someone need a house, build, or whatever they need build. You can do it. And you're able to feed your family from it. So, but tonight is an open panel. So I'm going to put the link in the description, in the chat. And if you want to come up and stick to the topic, we can do that. We're sticking to the point. Yes, survivability is in our nature, but we sometimes allow the distraction. Definitely, it is. It was designed for us to board, get taken care of, and then we are on our own, surviving. You see, this is why as a young man growing up, I don't know if every island is the same, but as a young man growing up in the island, from the time you reach a certain age, your parents start telling you, okay, here's a man now. He's a man now, so you know what that means? You got to start looking for your house. Whether it's a shack, whether it's whatever, you got to start going, looking for a piece of land and start building your house. They only provide for you for a certain way. But after that, you got to become a man and start providing for yourself. That doesn't mean they would not help you still, but they want to put you on the verge where you know, all right, I'm a man now, and I'm telling you about 15, 16, 17. I'm not telling you about 25. I'm talking about 16, 17, 18, from the time you come out of school. But it was a good thing because many people own their house like that. They start out with a little shack, and then they start to buy blocks and cement, and they just start adding. So from that shack turn out to a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and just keep adding. Many people own 4, 5, 6 bedrooms just like that. So the preparation that they give you is to start you off. Let's go. Let's go. He's a man now. Let's go. And barter system was in the prime. So we had the fisherman, we had the plumber, we had the mason, we had the carpenter, we had the farmer. These men never hungry. They could never hungry because somebody always needs something done. And people wouldn't refuse to give them anything because they already know. They could call them if they have a leak. They could call them if they need to do something. So this is why I'm saying, in this time, a skill is important. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to drop the link. If anyone feel like coming up and add to what I'm saying, let's make it happen. Yes. But like the topic say, why everyone been preparing for so long and we just focusing on the distraction? Even today, still focusing on the distraction when everybody preparing, everybody, people prepping, people storing up. Why? What do you guys think about that? Is there any, I mean, if you don't want to come up, at least you could type in the chat. What do you think? Why people been prepping, doing all these things for all these years, but we procrastinate and focusing on the distraction and fighting against each other? Why? Does anyone have any idea? Yeah. Why? It all has to do with the mindset. The mindset, that I agree with that. I agree with that. The mindset have to do with a lot of it. Hi, Lassos Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, the mindset, because when you look, right? When you look at what's going on today, I mean, it's something should already click. Your survival mood should click in already, right? Your survival mood should click in and say, damn, I gotta do something. Because guess what? It ain't you alone. You have a family. You see what I'm saying? So you can't be selfish and only thinking about yourself. You gotta be thinking about everybody, your family. If things go down, how we gonna pull through? What we gonna do to pull through until things get enough in a way that we can make it happen? Unless it ain't hit home, people don't. That's thank you for that, because hey Destiny says how you doing? Thank you for being here. Unless it ain't hit home, people don't do anything to be prepared, even if they see what. But you know what? It's only certain people doing that. You know what I mean? Plenty people be, but like you said, you gotta hit the door. If it ain't hit the doorstep, one, because you know what? Just like you might be in one place, and when you look in different countries, you see earthquake, you see people dying for hungry, you see all kind of stuff. But you have no sympathy because it ain't you and it ain't your family. So to you, it's like whatever. So it's the same kind of situation, unless it ain't hit your doorstep. It ain't you ain't worrying about that. But guess what? It's becoming a time where people will be shutting the door and not open it for anyone. So if you think you're gonna be running over to your neighbor and ask for this and ask for that, people wouldn't be opening the door. You know why they wouldn't open the door? Because they believe you're coming to look for something anyway. You see? They believe you coming to look for something, so why open anyway? You see? So if this is why, I'm just saying, even before all this thing happened, I always put something aside in case anything. I always put something aside. I always have food aside. I always have water, and this is yes, food, water, just in case. You know what I mean? So if we see what's going on now, that should make it more clear that we need to put something aside. Hey, Gina versus Gina, how you doing? Thank you for being here. You see, that should make it more clear why we need to be more prepared and get ourselves together. You see, I can't tell nobody what to do, but I know I'm going to try to do what I got to do to make this thing work. You know, in case I ain't got no food, no. Well, I wouldn't say I ain't got no food, because I'm always trying to stack up on food. I always try to grow. And this is what I'm telling you guys as well. Grow food that you can store without you need a refrigerator. Food that could last for months without you got to put them in a fridge. You could just store them in a area, in a box, and just leave them there, and they will last for months. You see, that's what I'm encouraging people to do, because at least, if anything, you're still able to eat See stuff closed down for 3, 4 months. You just never know. At least you have food to eat. You don't want to watch these little kids, if you have kids. These little kids crying that they're hungry and you can't give them the food. You see? So that's what I'm saying. If you see what's happening, I mean, look at what's going on. Do your research, right? Go back in March. See how many people lost their job in March. Yeah, go back in March. It's easy. Type in how much people lose their job. You will see. People losing their job on a, listen to me guys, you mightn't seen it. You mightn't seen it, but this thing is real. People losing their job on a regular. You see, bank is closing. Hey, Buji Prep, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Bank is closing. I mean, think about it. Machine taking over the jobs. I mean, think about it. It's clear. It's very clear what's going on. Very clear what's going on. So all I'm saying is, get into learning skill. Like I always say, if you never catch a fire outside, you should learn to catch fire outside. If you never cook outside in your life, you should try to cook outside. Practice in case these times come. You're comfortable. Like me, I'm pretty comfortable cooking outside. That ain't bother me. Because I have my stove, but I still will go in the yard and cook with wood fire. You see? I still will go out and cook with wood fire, even though I have a gas stove. So I'm just saying, practice. There's a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot of people do start prepping. Plenty people start prepping, plenty people start putting their food in, start learning how to put away their food. I mean, this is important. Hey, yeah, best life, how you doing? Thank you for being here. This is important. And when I look at it as, if you're growing food, right? If you're growing food, you should be able to prep. When I say prep, mean put away food. You should learn how to put away food, save food, can food. All this, you should be able to do that. You see? Because it is important. It is important. But I want to say again, why so much people been prepping for so long, storing up everything, teaching the kids how to do that, teaching the kids how to protect themselves, teaching all type of stuff, and we just did procrastinating. Why is that? Hey, Duval City girl, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Why is that? Okay? Why is that? Gotta be the place where your mind at for real, because your mind is at a place where as less certain thing ain't happen, it ain't trigger nothing. You see, something that will happen to activate. Hey, Life from Scratch, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on?
Hey, Planter, good night, good night. I've been listening to you. A bit busy on the road heading home.
Okay.
But I'm looking at your topic. Why are we not preparing?
Right.
And That's a big question, I think, in our community. Because if we look a little bit at on YouTube, and we are hearing and seeing people preparing, and when we look in our community,
Mm-hmm.
we have to really ask ourselves why we are not preparing, because we're not seeing much people of a melanated color doing anything. So we are left to wonder if anyone in the melanated community is preparing, because we're not talking about it, we're not seeing anybody doing anything, and it's a question you are asking there that's really important. Like, for us who looking at you tonight, how many of us in this chat is preparing? And if we are, what are we preparing? Are we conscious of why we should be preparing? Are we conscious as to what is happening out in our society? Are we really paying attention? Or we're just going about just existing and figure it's not that important to do anything? Like you said, maybe we're waiting for last minute where we can just fight with everybody at the stores to get something, or what is happening. I really would like to know if there is anybody else who's listening to you that's here tonight is preparing, and if they are, what are they doing, and are we conscious of what's really happening? Because this is very serious. It's a very serious topic. Every time we go to the supermarket, the prices are changing. Last week you pay, this week you come back, it's 13 cents more, it's $1 more, it's $2 more. So I'm wondering if we really are paying attention to these prices. How much longer can we afford to go to the stores and buy food? Not clothes, not shoes, food.
Got you, got you. That's make a lot of sense. That's make a lot of sense. You see, in today, what I notice, you see, now, now a lot of people is actually trying to prep, right? A lot of people is trying to prep now. But the thing is, before, you see, this is where we're talking about the last minute. The last minute. The last minute mean, because I know, and I know many people here know that there's other people been prepping, been teaching their kids how to protect themselves, been prepping with, all different, for years we've been hearing this thing. What wake a lot of us up is couple years from now. And yes, we do have people prepping, but yes, we do have a lot of people not prepping, not doing a thing. Because I talk to people, and many people tell me they will deal with it when that time comes. Many people tell me that. I'm trying to listen, me guys. We got to start prepping. We got to start. And many people tell me I'm not doing nothing. When that time comes, I'll deal with it. So, well, oh, by the way, maybe she is in the wrong place. There are a lot of Maryland people in the game prepping from long time. I am new, but they are there. Yes, I agree. I agree. People been prepping for a long time. Nobody not saying that people not been prepping for a long time. What we're saying is there's people who've been doing this for years. You understand? for years. Yes, some of us doing it, but there's people who've been doing it for years because they understand. But a lot of us is not doing it, even today. Because even you speak to them, they will tell you plainly, I'm not doing a thing. I speak to, you know what, 2 days ago. And a matter of fact, this is why this topic is here. This is why this topic is here. Because I was speaking to someone with family, and they have a family. So I say, man, I'm just trying. They say, what you doing, man? What you doing? And I say, man, I'm just trying to get stuff together, get some food, protect, you know what I mean? So in case stuff happen, you're not going to have something to survive from. That person tell me, man, I'm not doing nothing. When that time come, I'll deal with it. This is why I bring up this topic. Why are we not prepping? Why are we? So yes, there's people who are actually prepping, but there's people who are actually not prepping. And I guarantee you, a lot of people is not prepping. I'm not aiming them, that's their thing, but I'm just saying, you have a family. What kind of mindset is that you ain't trying to do anything for your family? You just gonna deal with it when that time comes. I think it's crazy, but this is how it is.
Well,
So this,
Planter,
that's right.
I think we have to start with information
Okay.
as to why we need to prep. Because you have to understand, if people are not conscious as to what is going on in their environment, we can talk from now till next week. Nothing is going to happen for them, nothing is going to change. The thing is, I think we need to get the information out that what is prepping, why we need to prep, to kind of maybe stimulate somebody's mind as to what we're saying and why we are saying what we are saying. Because I know for me personally, no friends I know, no family member apart from myself is prepping. You can't have a conversation with them about it. They'll think, girl, you crazy. What are you about prepping? What are you putting up food? Because they figure, well, everybody's working and that kind of stuff. But they don't see the need to. They just don't see the need to. Sometimes they think I'm crazy. I'm just doing this because I'm on some kind of crazy journey, you know? So when I look around and see the amount of people that I know around me that's not doing anything, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because I see it. I see it. If we only take 1 minute and look back as to what happened in 2020, this is 3 years.
You cut out.
You're not hearing me?
I'm hearing you now. You back now. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm saying if we take a step back in 2020, that should be something to awake us, because many people were stuck at home, couldn't go to work. We didn't have food that would take us beyond a week and all this stuff. And I am only saying this because I want who is listening to you tonight to take a bit of this information and ask ourselves or say to ourselves, well, I have to look into this thing. What are they really talking about? Prepping, putting up food. What is involved in putting up food? We have to think of it right back down to basic. If you're going to go to the store and canned beans are on sale and it's the kind that you eat, it's on sale. Instead of buying 2 cans that you know you're gonna use for the month, if you can afford, buy 3 cans. 2 cans you're gonna use for the month, and 1 can you're gonna put away. Say, in case of I have a can of beans to eat. Something else come on sale, you put something away. We have to think of the things that we use on a daily basis. We use sugar, we use flour, we use rice, we use bean, we use whatever. An extra of it would not hurt, I think. It would not hurt if we learn to put it away and how to put it away to make it last a long time. That we may even forget we have it until something happens. God forbid if we don't have a job tomorrow. At least we have food. So that's kind of how I'm trying to stimulate us as a people to get into the awareness and not to be caught rushing the stores when things gone totally bad.
Well, I deeply agree with you with that because, like, okay, like Gina said on the screen, in 2020, I didn't have to go out my house because I was prepared. I had enough food, toilet paper to get my family by 4 months. And this is what we're
Great.
talking about. This is exactly
Yes,
what we're talking about here. You know, why we could relate that there's people who not doing this because people is actually telling you they're not doing it. And I could never forget there was a disaster. I can't remember when, but what happened was people there wasn't no water, and I watched two ladies fighting for a gallon bottle of water. That was the last gallon bottle of water in the store, and there was two ladies actually two of them hold on the buckle and fighting for this one bottle of water. You know why? Because they wasn't prepared. If they were really was prepared, they would have just say, okay, all right, you go ahead with it. But they need that bottle of water. So we just trying to get people not to fall in this trap. At least, if any, listen to me, 2020 was just, that's just a test to me. I still believe there's wars to come. Okay? So if you can't come out your house, look, there's time you couldn't come out your house, you couldn't hang out in your yard, more than how much people. I mean, think about it. What if you can't come out your house and you have no food in your house? Then what? So this is what we're trying to encourage people to do. I'm not telling you to go outside and spend every dime you have trying to bring food in your house. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're growing food, you should be able to learn to prep something. I'm saying if you're buying food, you should be able to put few things aside just in case.
exactly. I agree with you. That is, as Gina was saying, Gina versus Gina, that is the thing. How relaxing and how at ease we could have been or was when 2020 hit and know that we have stuff in our house, that we didn't have to wonder how we're going to feed ourselves or the rest of our family. It's the same thing we want to pass on to somebody else, to make somebody else aware. And that is very important because if we don't prepare, we are going to be caught so hands down. It's scary. It really is scary to know something should happen. Okay, like for me, example, I live in a hurricane zone. And I remember when 2004, 2005 was a very two bad years of hurricane. And I remember being taken down to bare minimal. I had a preemie baby at that time in the NICU. I had 14 days without no power. You had water and you were just in the heat. You had no source of cooking or doing those things because you're mostly on gas. You are mostly on electrical and not a gas stove. I remember driving and going to a West Indian place to get a gas stove because my baby was about to come home. And this little gas stove is a two-burner stove that you pay probably $20 for at Walmart or Walgreens at the time. And I had to pay $200. $200 for a two-burner gas cooktop. Think about that. At $20 turned into $200. That was back in 2004. How would that alone cause me to think twice about being prepared? So that is why I come from that mentality. You got to change what is happening to you. You got to change it. You got to prepare. You know, we're not rich people. We're not millionaires, I would assume. So if we take a little, we could live longer. We prepare a little, we could survive another day. So that
I think you cut out.
doesn't happen to make us be conscious of what's happening. These situations are there for a reason. Prepare, my people, prepare.
Well, I agree with you with that. I agree with you with that. You know, like I will always say, I'm not here trying to tell people, oh, take all your money and run go buy food and stock up. That's not what I'm saying. Put something aside meanwhile. You know, just like how you go grocery shopping, you could put a like Life from Scratch was mentioning. You could put a can of beans. You could put that up. Just keep doing. You know what I'm saying? So at least in a heart in your pocket at the same time. But at the same time, one can and it just keep adding. So at the end of the day, you have something. As a gardener, you growing food, I will grow food that can store for themselves. I also will learn to prep. I will learn to can because this is how I can preserve my own food for last for a period of time. You see? So I think it's a good idea to prep, and I will encourage people. Don't wait till it hits your doorstep to start looking for a bottle of water or start looking for food because people will be closing their doors. I'm telling you, people will be closing their doors and not opening if times like this come. Just look. You see, the thing about it is, what I noticed in 2020, everybody went, it didn't affect me. It surely did not affect me. I was eating, I was good. You see? But what I'm saying is, a lot of people, it changed a lot of people's life. You see what I'm saying? It changed a lot of people's life. It activated the survival mode in a lot of people. Some people only did it for that period of time, but once it get back to a little normal, people get back to comfortable. People get back where they're comfortable. So I don't need to can, I don't need to grow no food, I don't know to do this because it's available. But just remember, sit back and remember how it was. When you understand you only could go into the store and only buy one product. You need more, but you only could get one because it's limited. Think about these things. Like I say, I'm not saying run out there and spend all your money shopping. That's not what I'm saying. But every little time, you could always put something aside in case a gallon of water. You could always put that up. And you could always, if you have 5 gallon of water saved, and then you go and buy water for yourself, you could always put the new one and take. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you to go crazy because at the end of the day, if you got to leave, you can't run with everything. But all I'm saying is prep, get something together, be prepared in case because everybody else doing it. I'll tell you that right now. There's pricing going. That's the next thing again. Look where price gone and people pay still remain the same. And the price triple, certain price double, certain price triple, but the pay still the same. What is going on? This tells you something. Then at the same time, human competing with machine for jobs now. Stores will need 10 employees, only need one now. Because the 10 cashier, they only need one to look over in case somebody need help. What is going on? Just think about it. What do you say about that life from scratch?
I said you're right. I mean, look at what Bougie Prepper is saying. Look for sales and get extra food.
Right. That's it.
That's just it. Look for sales, extra food. Every week you look in the flyers, something on sale that you use. You can afford to buy it, buy it. That $5 you may go and spend. Well, $5 can't even take you to Burger King these days. You gotta got $10 and up. So instead of buying a cup of coffee, buy an extra can of something that's on sale. It's little that's going to make a lot. And like Mike said, it doesn't cost much, but it adds up.
That's true. You see,
If you
look
right,
on the screen what Bougie Pepper say, right? Bougie Pepper
mhm,
say some people say, and she right, she absolutely right with what she said. Some people say they always say something is going to happen, but it never.
mm,
Definitely, that's true. But if it never happened, at least you still have the food. You see what I'm saying?
yes,
You still have the
you
food
still
if it
have the
never
food.
happened. But what if
But
it happened and you don't have the food?
exactly. Which side of the table you rather be on? The haves or the have not?
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah, because planter, look at it this way. You have an herb challenge going on, okay?
right.
Now, we could start as simple as your herb challenge. If these herbs, when they come to maturity, everybody could learn how to dry their herb. You like air drying, some people like it another way. And you could dry those herbs and put it up. How much money would you save if you go to the supermarket and have to buy those same herbs? A little 2 ounce, sometimes 1 ounce, depends on the weight of the herb. Is $1.25 in the 5 quarter store,
Wow.
and you could save more than that amount. You probably save $10 worth, and you only paid a dollar and change for the pack of seed that you didn't even use half of it.
Right.
So that is also preparing. So think of the simple things that we have. The herb challenge. What are you gonna do with your herb when the challenge is over? Dry it and put it away. That is a few bucks you.
Right. That right. You're breaking out. But I understand what you're saying. At least you're saving some sort of money.
That's part of it. It's the fact where I was saying that if you dry your herbs that they have in their challenge, that's a few bucks that you're gonna save.
That's true.
Yeah. your seed didn't cost much, and you probably didn't even use all of it. You may buy a pack of seed and you only use 6 out of 20. And look at what you gain. You're probably gonna get $20 worth of herbs that you could put away.
That's true, and you grow it, and you know
Yeah,
what you put around it at the same time. So
exactly.
there's plenty benefit coming from that. Yes, like
Yes,
Bush Pepper said on the screen, better to have it, don't need it, than to need it. Definitely.
exactly.
This is what I'm talking about. You know, this is what
Yes,
I'm talking about. You know
yeah,
what I mean? At least you have it. Then you got to
exactly.
wait till the things happen. Then you in the supermarket fighting with people and could get arrested at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
When you could have do that months ago. Put something aside. But you wait for the last minute, fighting for a gallon of water and could get arrested at the same time. To
right.
me, we got to do what we got to do. And I
Yeah,
think prepping, stocking up should be on everybody's mind right now. Put something aside that could last, keep you for at least a few months going.
we could even extend it to a few years. It depends on how
How
you
far
learn
you
how to
take
put it
it,
away. Yeah, what you need to do to make it last longer, you know?
you know? And like I was talking about the Hope Garden Challenge, right?
Yeah,
This thing is for educate people. You know, this is what it was to do. Educate people and about herbs, learn about remedies. You know, I was even trying to get people from older people. I was speaking to an old lady, right? And I wanted she to come and talk about some remedies and the mixture of these remedies that you know what I'm saying, that people could learn, because I didn't just want to take it to growing herbs. I wanted to take it where we could educate each other about the mixture and the doses and how much you should use. You see what I'm saying?
right.
This is important because at the end of the day, if something happened, right, you can't take nobody to the hospital. If you understand dosage and herbs and these things, you see what I'm saying? You can put it together
Yeah,
and help a person.
we may not be able to go to the pharmacy. You may can't afford it, or you may can't leave your home. But
Right.
at least if you know something about these herbs and you start preparing them, you have something to help you. It may not be instant healing, but it slowly would help you get there. Something versus nothing.
That's it. And remember, when prepping, we have to remember to rotate our food and have a system in place to stay on top of our. Yes, that definitely.
Yes.
Like I was now saying, even though you buying, yeah, you while you with me, I believe if you storing food, say you buying food for yourself and you keep putting a can up, whatever you put up, at least if you go and buy more, you should always, just look at the date if you buy any and replace it. So you're keeping it, and then people always, some people shake their stuff up and down instead of have it there settling. Some people do that, so life, if you say, remember when prepping, we have to remember to rotate our food and have a system in place to stay on top of our food preservation. Make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
So it's about prepping and educating ourselves about prepping at the same time.
it is. It is. It's very important. I really want this community that you have to
I got it.
become conscious of what's happening and to do something. I mean, we could help each other. Somebody figure out how to do something, somebody tell somebody, try it and see that it works and say, okay, well, yes, I could tell somebody else.
That's
Encourage
true.
somebody else to buy something, even though they may think you crazy.
Well, right now, when, like I now said, why I bring up this topic is because someone tell me they're not doing nothing. When that time come, they will deal with that situation. I don't know what's their plan, but that's what they're thinking.
Wow.
So I look at it as that's kind of crazy because you have a family. And if you trying to be as selfish in a way that you ain't see that you have a family to look out for, then I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Yeah. That is a very sad situation.
Was it? Oh, the person up, oh, life from scratch. Introduce yourself. Somebody asking who you are. Who is on the panel? So introduce yourself.
That's it. I am live from scratch.
Okay, and you now start your channel. You now start a YouTube channel as well.
Yes, I've been looking at YouTube for a couple of years. We became friends through the pandemic. So I decided to take it up a notch and just start, see if I could share what I know and what I enjoy doing. As it says, life from scratch. Taking my life from way at the bottom and see how far up the ladder I can go. It involved everything life, learning to grow, learning to can, learning to put away, just learning to be me, just learning to live.
Okay. Well, at least at least you have an understanding what's going on and you basically walking towards it
Yeah,
because yeah, that's wonderful. But yes, I do believe it's getting. I think it's closing in. I really do. I think it's really closing in. It's getting. It's like everything is just closing in, and it's not just one part of the world. It's all over the world. It's not just one place. It's every part of the world. Things is actually closing in.
yeah,
It's not that big wall we used to be dreaming, hearing about. Oh, the wall is huge. No. Because of technology, it's like we all in a box because of technology. I want to see, look what's going on. You seeing me and you in your home. You where you at, but you able to see me. That's how small the wall come. You could stay in your home, right in your bed, lay down, and having a conversation with someone in another part of the world. So that's how much is closing in. And the more it closing is the more you closing. The more the wall come in is the more you closing. So soon you might you might only able to you might only be able to step out in your yard very soon. This is why this is why the internet take over soon. They start to make drones that drones will be delivering your stuff on your steps. So you don't need. I mean, just think about it, guys. Just think for a moment. And I know you guys wise enough to know what's going on. I know that. I have been prepping for 5 years. I still have to complete the 4 stage, but I will get there by the end of the year. Definitely, definitely,
Hmm.
definitely.
As long as you start, that says a lot.
Okay, Fifi say, and that's it's already happening. Yes,
Yes.
it's already happening. Robot, and this is and just look at what's going on. There's warehouse building everywhere, right? Everywhere is warehouse. Jones is gonna be delivering your product by your doorstep. Just you see, do you guys see the closing of unemployment and how much machine is taking all the jobs? I mean, sit back and think. And meanwhile, that is happening. People losing their jobs, their homes, their apartment, whatever. People losing their car. People have their car losing. Touch come in and take people car. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This thing
Yeah.
ain't no joke. And it just keeps squeezing in. It just keeps squeezing in and squeezing the life out of people.
But planted, that should be enough for us to become conscious. When we look at how many people are losing their job every day, how many stores are closing, and these are not little stores, these are mega stores are closing. Every time you turn around, this one is closing and that one is closing, and they're closing this location and that location. We really, that alone should be enough for us to think what is really going on. Because how are we going to survive? Whether we not many of us don't have a mortgage. We either have a mortgage or we have rent. And like you said, we have car payments. How are we going to balance these things with no jobs? You know?
It is really serious. It is really serious. I don't know, like we say, some people is not gonna see it until they will never see until it hit the doorstep. You see, but this is why I'm saying prep, be prepared, do start doing stuff, learn skill, learn things, because it's not just look at what happening. Truck drivers losing their job. Guess why? The truck them driving for themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I know someone right now with a truck can't get no work because he competed with machine. You see? Robots, look 50 say, robot has been delivering food, I've seen it. I guess say no more. I
Mhm.
guess say no more. I guess that clarifies all. So
Exactly.
I mean that clarifies it all right there.
Mhm.
If you have start stacking, I don't know what to say.
I
If
don't know.
robot already delivered food, what else should, what can I say again? A lot of these companies are parent companies. So multiple trains shut down at the same time. Right. But these so multiple trains shut down. And you know what?
Huh.
Because we so distracted most of the time. We not knowing that banks closing, store closing. We not knowing these things. A lot of things is going down. The next thing again, food recall. Do you don't see the amount of food recall does be recalling.
But planter, look
Daily.
at it. Look at it. When those food get recalled, in
Mhm.
a few months, they're back out again. And but you notice what follows it? Price increase.
All right, all right, all right, all right,
Hmm.
all right. When it comes back out, the price goes up.
Yeah.
Wow. Most of these ideas only going to work is because we are participating, we expect them. That is true. That is true. The only thing we could do, you see, that's why information is all because not everybody gonna agree with what you're saying. Not everybody gonna like what you're saying, but a few gonna understand what you're saying if it makes sense. If it makes sense, and they're gonna apply because it do make sense to, but we can't convince nobody, oh, do this, do that. We only could say what we think. What we think. I cannot convince anybody to do what they don't want to do. You know? But yes, I would love people to be more prepared because I didn't like that what I behold that day. What I behold that day made me feel like my goodness. 1 gallon of water. I see two women tug a war for this one buckle of water. That made me say, hell no.
Hmm.
So sometimes might be people might have to see things or it happened for understand. By we having this conversation, many people mightn't agree. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, think about your family. And in case, just do it without thinking anything gonna happen. Put
Hmm.
few things aside without even thinking that anything gonna happen.
But planter, you see what Fifi said up there?
Is that on the screen?
Many
Okay,
yes, many of these things are going to certain companies are parent companies, so these multi things would shut down.
right.
Remember, this is their way of making us conform to certain things. So if we don't prepare, we are going to have no choice but to participate in what they want us to participate in because we refuse to do the legwork way back when.
Yep, that is true. Let me see what you also certain things make a big news and some don't. There was only one trade, which is that a chemical facility fire in my state, and it only was right,
Uh-uh.
exactly. You're right, Mike. We weren't told about the powder plant leak for months. All right, you see what I'm saying? Because too much distraction, you're not hearing what makes sense. Too
Because
much,
I think they don't want you to know. They're telling you certain things, but they're not giving you enough information to make you think what else is under the surface of what is really happening.
Mhm,
As we say in the island, if you play deaf and dumb, you learn a lot, you hear a lot.
mhm,
I think that's what that is.
yep. And yes, bank is actually, fe- yes, like is naturally feeling closing. This thing is for real.
Yeah.
And you got time. And you might have to be careful too with the money in the bank too. Because if something happen and they decide, oh, I close, you lose everything. You lost everything. So these are things people got to look into as well. You know,
Yeah.
it's taking me.
All right, planter, I'll step down and rejoin the chat.
Oh, thank you so much, Live from Scratch. Appreciate you coming up and share. Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate.
welcome.
Yes. All right, guys. Live from Scratch is a new gardener. She says she do prepping as well. Just give her some encouragement that she can proceed and keep doing what she's doing. Yes, but yes, guys, this thing is getting really serious, and look at look at I want you to look at how much stuff being recalled. Do some research and look at how much stuff that being recalled, baby milk being recalled. There's so much things being recalled. You see? So okay, so if it's recalled, what about the people who was using them all that time? This is why prepping, learning to use the food you grow or the food you have and make stuff. There's a lot of food you could make your own milk from. There's a lot of food you could use and make your own flour. You see, we just got to be more active instead of always, we saw thing that we could just run to the store and grab something or grab something. No, we got to get back to the grinds and the gritty where we could use a coconut and get the milk from the coconut. You see, use the almond, get the milk from the almond. You see what I'm saying? We got to get back to them place because I'm telling you, if you're dependent on these things and then one day you can't get them, what you gonna do? I've been banks went into bankruptcy and it's nothing you can do when you're lost all your that's right. That's right. Yep. That's right. All right. We practice sleeping in our tent outdoor and cooking outdoor. This I agree with you. I agree with you. You know in the time. No is not the time to be too comfortable in your comfort zone. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Learn to do things. It might be uncomfortable, but at the same time, once it's a skill that can benefit you, once it's survival, you never know what could happen. You have your tent, like Fifi say. Open up your tent. You know what I mean? And sleep. You see what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do, guys. But yes, it is getting crazy. And it's gonna be a time as well. Because the people, you see the people, you see, like I know I was telling you, I was telling a guy about prepping for his family, and he tell me he ain't doing nothing. When that time come, we're gonna deal with that time. These are the people you have to look out for. Because these are the people, when stuff happen, these are the people will be coming to your door to take what you have because they have nothing. They didn't prepare for nothing. They have nothing. So this is the people. These are the people who you will have to be looking out for. And when they come, they're coming to take what you have. You see? And if you don't want, if you put up a resistance, you might got to defend yourself, or you know. So by we sharing this information about prepping and how to prep and all these things could make more people want to do it, make more people interested in doing it. Make you understand? Maybe your neighbor might be hear you talking about it and see you doing it and just decide, you know what? They're right. I should start to. So now I make it easier because now your neighbor doing it, so you ain't got to worry about your neighbor now. That's how I see it, guys. Keep spreading the message. We got to remember, not everybody gonna agree, and not everybody gonna do it. But we just got to remember, there's people out there who will do it. So let's reach out to these people who really need this kind of information, because a lot of people don't know anything about prepping. They never thought about prepping. And people panicking these days because people are stupid. People see something is about to take place. So people trying to prep, people trying to, and like I said, there's people was doing this for years. Or they already know one day something might happen. I've been teaching our kids about prepping, how to use it prep, and bow and arrow, and how to fit. All right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not brave. I'm practicing to become right. Yeah, yeah, going to go outside this season and try go get hunting lesson. You gotta do it. The thing about it is having the skill. You know what I mean? Just having the skill means a lot. I'm telling you. I just threw her 5 boxes of honey nut cereal. It was on the side of the boxes. Some ingredient is made of. Oh wow! You see what I'm saying? You see, and that's the thing, Butchie Pepper. Many people do not read. All they do, oh, okay. And you see, if you wasn't reading, you would have never see that. You see what I'm saying? You would have never see that. Many people don't read, they just grab and eat. And this thing is for real. Oh, okay. Well, many people heard about that story. If there's any people up in here who read the Bible or who went to Sunday school, I'm sure man, that story, it's about really, that story says it all. That story cover it all. Or these people had oil. They use off all the oil. That's the thing. That's, if you never read a story, if you don't believe the story, just think the story of a life lesson. A life lesson, the 10 virgins. They all had oil. But some use off all the oil and expect to get oil from the others when things happen. That's a great story. Yeah. With all the BBL, most people are. Yep. We have. If you as a person buying stuff from the store, you should read. Yep. You should read. Okay. I can't fish without a rod and reel. I've been doing it that for a long time. Okay. Okay, you are right about chance. Fifi, that what's going on going to mess a lot of people up. That's true. That is true. This is we're gonna make people get scared. This is what I'm saying. You got to get out your comfort zone, or when this time come, you will panic. You don't know what to do. What to do? You understand? You're gonna panic. You understand? You're gonna panic. Get out your comfort zone. Practice how to do things. Learn how to do things. Nothing wrong with learning. Yes, it is a serious mental shock to just have to suddenly use your luxury lifestyle and go into survival mode with no option. That's why you got to take yourself out of comfort zone. Sometimes, especially what we see going on now. For what we see going on now, you should automatically know. Sometimes let me take myself out of comfort zone because in case you're preparing yourself, you're preparing your mind, you're preparing your body, your spirit, in case you'll be okay. Instead of you panic, you will be thinking what to do. Okay, all right, okay, my house in here. So what I'm gonna do now to get a roof over to protect me from the rain. Yeah, you see, you get into the thinking mode now. Okay, all right, I need some wood. Let me go and get some wood over here. Let me put up 4 posts that I'm put my top over. You understand? You get yourself in the mood where no time to panic. It's a time to do what the necessary. You need a roof to cover with no rain. You have your top, you got to go outside and get wood. You got to build your shed. You got to put your top over, brace it down. However, that's where you want to be, not panicking and crying and screaming. So get out your comfort zone and learn. Learn how to protect your family. Learn how to protect yourself. Learn how to survive in case certain situation occur. You still could survive regardless. You check what I'm saying? Put a little food aside. Not telling you go out and spend everything you have. Put a little food aside. Prep. Get things going in case you're okay for a few months or however long. Talk to my family about wasting food and learning how to eat less. A lot of people waste food, and I don't understand why, but people waste food. Yeah, I agree with that. Yes, the fasting is a part of the prepping, very important. Yes, getting my 2 cord of wood, somewhere to store it. Definitely, you guys listen to me. I walk through, I have my, listen to me, I have so many wood because I do go through the bushes and get my wood and them and stack them up. You check what I'm saying? I stack up my wood, cover them up, make sure they're neat and nice, put away. So I can always go to my wood because you know what, if you want to cook, you know what the wood way. So you know what I mean? You put them up so when you want to cook, you just go grab a few wood. Or if the weather is nice, you just go out and grab a few wood and cook some and cook. I love doing that. You see, I love going out, cut my wood and start my fire. You see, these things is important. I really do think. Like I'm saying, I cannot tell people what to do. I cannot tell you to go outside and cook outside. I cannot tell you to adjust yourself. That got to be your decision. But for me, I'm gonna keep doing it. You see, that's how I grew up anyway, living off the grid. People call it living off the grid. No, but that's how I grew up, living off the grid. No electricity, no water. You got to walk a mile and a half to get water. You see what I'm saying? No gas. You actually had also use wood on these things. So I'm used to it. So I'm just saying, for the people who never do it, just try. Just try. Eating and cooking. All right, okay. I recently did a video where I cooked chicken on wood. This is a regular thing. Listen, you see now it's summertime. This type of weather, I'm only cooking outside. I'm only cooking outdoors, not inside. Outdoors. Right side my garden, that's where I will be cooking. You know? Learn these skills. Let me tell you something as well. A top is one of the easiest thing to build a shed. One of the easiest thing. You see what I'm saying? You could also buy a tent. If you have the money, you could buy a tent and put it away. But a top is important as well, because the top depends on how big it is. All you got to do, be creative. Get some stick, put them in, run some cross piece and pull it up, tie them together, or whatever you got to do. I know for me, I could survive. I know for me, I'll go in the bush and get my wood then and build my little shed regardless. You know? So this is why I'm encouraging people not to say you're gonna get down to that, but skills is important. And even if it's not for you, your children, very important. Very, very important. Top you can also use. Yes, definitely. Definitely. With the top, you can also get rain with the top. You could set it up that you could get water. Okay? So there's many ways of doing it, guys. It's just, we're not trying for scare no one. It ain't about scaring. It's about getting yourself prepped in a certain way. Because like we say, many people is doing it and been doing it. And they never look at it as, this is the problem. Some people, oh, well, they always say something gonna happen and it never happened. And because of that, they will not do anything. But look at 3 years ago. Something did happen. And what happened twists everything. It automatically turned it from the direction it was going. So not to get you scared is just to put something aside. Make life easier for yourself, that in case anything happens, you ain't got to go and beg, knock your neighbor door, and they're watching you from inside and ignoring you. This is the time when you want to be, you and your neighbor to live good. This is the time when, I know some neighbor is very difficult, but at least try to be on good terms with them. Don't make them get to you, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to know a person and deal with them accordingly. Because you never know. If you and your neighbor is enemy, right? If you and your neighbor is enemy, and then you tumble down in the yard and the neighbor pass you, your neighbor see you and then help you. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes, even you know they're difficult, sometimes you just got to deal with them accordingly. Don't get to the place where you become enemy with them, because you just never know. You might be home alone. They might be the only one see you. Something happened to you. You might tumble down in your yard. And they might be able to help you. But if you and them is enemy, they might pass you and just, or they might be able to call the ambulance to help you. So these are things, man. These are things. I won't, well, I give you a rag because I'm feeling the same way too. I'm feeling the same way too. Not opening your door in times like that. I will not open my door either. I can be civil, but I trust no one I see. That's true. How much time we see people try to help people and they take over their family? How much time? How much time we see people trying to help people and they take over their house and everything they have on their family? I have chicken because I'm trying to be prepared. I have baby chicken too, might have to go get a rooster. Okay. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Preparing. If you, I mean, if you, let me tell you, I know a lot about chicken. I just don't know about them in the cold. So, you know, I wouldn't say much. If I ever tell people about chicken, you gotta be tropical people, not people in a different who dealing with the cold. I don't have that experience. So I can't, but chicken, we used to real chicken, and the way we used to real chicken is, I remember we used to begin, you know, man, we used to got so much eggs. Man, I eat egg till I tired. This thing used to be laying so much. And I remember them times that, you know, the meat board and thing, and you know, taste so goddamn good, season them overnight. But what I'm saying is, I was watching a video for Fifi where she actually hatched her own chicken. I mean, that is cool. You know what I mean? The reason why I'm saying that is, what if there become a time when they say I'm not selling no chicken, all my chicken don't have no chicken? You could actually hatch your own chicken. That's cool. That's cool right there. That's cool. I like that. For real. I hatch out some right, exactly. Go the rules, I get some. Exactly. Hatching, I think hatching is important. I remember, you know what? I remember I used to have, we used to have chicken and I used to have pigeon. And one day my pigeon and them, you know, when the like the egg crack, I'm so anxious to forget that chicken, that pigeon come out, that I go out and shell it. From the time I see the egg crack, I start shelling off the egg after the pigeon. Man, that used to be cool. That used to be cool. So I could imagine how you feel over the Fifi with them young chicken. I could imagine. And it's a blessing able to start them from, you know what I mean, them hatch from you and you actually grow them. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, I used to be shelling them damn eggs. For real, man. I used to be anxious, but guys, don't do that. Lay your egg crack out for itself, okay? Don't rush the process. Let it crack out for itself. When you have butter, it's sick because second place great. Yeah, yes. That's cool. Yes, that's cool. That's what you gotta do. Once you got the rooster make it easier for you. Because now your eggs them become eggs that can hatch. You know, so a rooster is important, but these rooster make so much noise. I don't know. Let me see. Okay. Yes, guys. So now we talk about prepping, right? We talk about prepping. We talk about saving seed. We touch a lot of topics tonight. But one thing I wanna touch upon now. We prep, we grow our own food, we do this, we do that. No, guess what? We got to protect our food now. Are you planning on protecting your food that you can, that you store, that you all these things? Are you planning on protect that in case? That's something to think about. I'm not going to go too far in that, but it's something to think about. Don't you want to? Yes. Don't pick off them egg. Let them take do the same. But I used to do it, and I was very successful on doing it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I used to be, I so anxious. You know, pigeon hatch. Okay. Egg start breaking, and I'm start peeling the damn egg, the shell off, and then rest on the damn chick, the young, you understand? And they survive. But don't do it, guys. I'm telling you, leave them. I was anxious to see them. I have rules. Okay. All right. So for what I see, guys, I think it's all about. I think it's all about the mindset, and the mindset is very important. It's about sit down with yourself or with your family. Sometimes sit down with yourself and think. You know, get your mind right, get your mind in that zone. Then when you come up with the thoughts, then you go to your family and you discuss it and see where you could take it from there. But the mindset is very important, because if your mind is not in that place, you're not going to be doing anything. I'm telling you right now. You're not going to be doing anything. You see? So just let's get prepared. Not telling you to go out and spend all your money. Only telling you put something aside. While you do your grocery, while you grow your food, keep putting something. Learn to can. If you're growing food, you should learn to can something. Okay? Diversity love, how you doing? Well, let me move on to because I have a few long ones with scopes. I have a few ones. I hear that. I hear that. The rules limit an amount of. Okay, got you, got you, got you, got you. Yep. Okay, let me see. Hey, Diversity Love, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. So yes, guys, I think tonight we touch. We touch on a lot of points tonight that make a lot of sense. This is an open discussion, and on open discussion, we touch different topics. We do not try to convince anyone in doing what they don't want to do. We just sharing information that might touch someone. So I just think it's a good idea. That's what I think. It's a good idea to learn to prep, learn to put something aside, as always. Just like how you put money aside, put some food aside as well. Prepare yourself. Make life easier for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to be comfortable. Food, we have food. A shelter, we have shelter. We want to be comfortable. And in times like these, I'm gonna say this. I do have a blueprint. I do have a blueprint of, and you know what? I have a blueprint, right? My blueprint, a blueprint that I come up with, and it's a very successful journey, and I mentioned it to few people, and the few people turn out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I also mentioned it to other people who didn't see it at that time, and they went the other route. And you know what? Something happened that is really painful because, and this is why I'm telling you guys, man, you gotta be careful and prepare yourself because I was trying to tell them how they could start a real estate without owing the bank, owing people money. And they wanted the faster route. They wanted the faster route. So they go into actually going to the bank, getting the money, and they lose their job 4 months ago. 4 months ago, and they say it was so hard, they can't find a job, they can't get a job. And the devastation that happened, I don't even want to say it, but you guys should know what happened. After losing the job for 4 months, what happened? You know, the other people on the other hand that listen to the long term, they're the one who's smiling. You see? So I have a blueprint. I did part 1. Maybe you guys should check it out. I did part 1. I have 3 more parts to do with that blueprint. But it is a journey and it's not going to happen overnight. Sometimes we want things happen overnight. And these times, I'm telling you right now, these times, the truth is, it's best you try to get stuff without owing. I'm telling you right now. And a matter of fact, bank ain't lending money like that these days. And the blueprint works. I have 3 more parts. I hope you guys check out part 1. And I will be coming with 3 more parts. 3 more parts because it's 4 parts. But listen me guys, things is serious, man. Be careful. Do what you got to do. Do not underestimate what you see approaching and what's coming. The machine is taking the jobs. People losing their jobs. People losing their homes. People losing their apartment. People losing toucher coming and pull people. People coming out in morning and the truck gone and the vehicle gone. You understand? It's serious. Don't underestimate it. Or you could be walking today and tomorrow you're not walking tomorrow. Be careful. Look into other areas where you could make an income. In case you lose your job, you have something to keep you. All right? I think it is important to eliminate the noise. Okay, got that. I'm working on a. Okay. Got to be able to protect your. That's it. Yeah, scream for that. Okay. If you really. I want a flame tower. I watched too many. Use love bad for love. Okay. Watch a walk it. Okay, series from the beginning. It help you to prep. Make you okay. All right. All right. I only watch a few episodes. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, wow. Yep. All right, guys, we had a wonderful night tonight. I hope this live motivates somebody tonight. I really do. Thank you guys again for coming out. I start late tonight because the internet was acting up somehow or the other. But I still appreciate you guys for coming out and we able to have this conversation because it is important to have this conversation. Good night, Life from Scratch. Take care. Yes, it's always good to have these conversations, whether people agree with you or not. Because at the end of the day, even though you prep and nothing happens, you still have your food. It's your food. You see what I'm saying? But even though nothing ain't happening, you still should prep anyway. Because you just never know. You see? So by we encourage, I mean, this topic should talk about because by we encouraging each other and talking about it, other people able to listen and other people able to talk about it. Okay. This thing is the blue. Okay, right. Thank you for that, Fifi Johnny. This is my blueprint part 1. The link in the chat. I have 3 more. And this journey will take you where you will become a real estate without owing the bank and buying your stuff then cash out. Okay? It will tell you where money you utilize and do. It will tell you all of that. But just look it out. I don't think right now is the time for anybody trying to borrow money. It's scary right now. Okay? It's scary as hell trying to borrow money because you could be walking today and next month a machine doing your job. It's really getting scary. So put other thing in place that income could come. So if this door is closed, you're still able to survive. You're still able to live. You're still able to maintain your family, your lifestyle, what you're doing. Don't depend in one area. Because if that door is shut in your face, then what? You see what I'm saying? Do create other ways, other revenue that can come to you as a backup plan. So this blueprint will guide you into how. But like I said, it's not overnight. But at the end of the day, you ain't know anybody. All you got to do, pay your tax. All right? So yes, guys, tonight was an amazing night. I really enjoyed the conversation. I liked the chat. The chat was amazing too because the chat was actually sharing, we was engaging with the conversation because it's really important. It's really important, guys, that we talk about these things because it is for real. It is happening. It's not we sitting and visioning what's happening. It's happening. You see it. Machine is actually competing for the jobs. And what is going on too? People hear what the employee them say. People don't want to work. This is what the employee them saying today. Nobody want to work. But then I'm telling you, the money is too small. So people don't feel like it to them is like wasting time. Buying gas, driving go to work, gotta eat, is like wasting time. But at the same time, that's a gimmick. So now, okay, nobody wanna walk, so we gotta bring the machine. So just look at it, guys. Don't fall asleep. Wake up because this thing is real as hell. I'm telling you. Thank you to everyone in the chat for this important conversation. We need to keep it up with this movement and stay active. Yes, definitely. I'm gonna be, yes, I talk a lot about gardening, but I'm doing, and guys, I wait, hold on. I also have a garden. What happened, Okay, my moderators email me that I can give you the link for the class because I have a garden class going on for the members, but I will include the moderators as well. Okay, so email me and yes, I post, listen to me, I post videos almost All right, guys. I don't know what happened there. All right, guys. I don't know what happened. All right, guys. The internet is acting up, as you can see. You hearing? Yeah, the internet is acting up, as you can see, guys. In the beginning, it was really acting up bad, but I appreciate it was able to take me almost to the end. Yes, so I appreciate you guys again. Thank you guys for coming out again tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget. All right, guys, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on my other channel, where we do islands. We talk about the culture of all the islands, because there's a lot of small islands out there that people don't really know about. So we're trying to highlight them, because sometimes you want to go vacation and you don't know, so we want to put it that you have option that where you can learn about other islands. So if you're interested, you could join us tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have a beautiful time every Friday night, Eastern Standard Time. All right? Oh, yeah? Okay. Fifi, Johnny, you in the chat? I don't know if you could put that link, if you're there. Good evening, sorry I'm late. Okay, I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you for coming in. Jones Shoot 67, I appreciate you. Yeah, we know what's ending because the internet was acting up basically. Thank you for coming through. And that's the link if you want to join us tomorrow and have a wonderful time. So, yes, I truly appreciate you guys again. I want to move to zone 7. This is not the okay. I hear that. I have a wonderful evening, everyone. Yes, Bridget Pepper, thank you for coming through. We appreciate all the information. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone, for passing through tonight. The information each and everyone shared tonight was amazing. You guys add to what I had in mind. So it's always a blessing for having conversation like this, where we could just conversate in a peaceful, mannerly way without, we are grown people, so we're supposed to be able to share our views from, our point of view. Because this is what we do here, an open discussion. We have conversation, and we don't want to get upset with someone's opinion. Everyone have the right for their own opinion. So yes, thank you guys again. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night. Peace, love, and blessing to all. Good night. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, okay? I will appreciate that. Thank you, guys. All right. All right. Good night, Good Eats, Buju Prepper, Fifi Johnny, Urban Gardening, Mike Chaotic Garden, GT Junior. Everybody who step up in this live tonight, I appreciate everyone. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for coming through. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night. All right? Peace and love and blessing to each and every one of you. Good night.